Hey, it's Gary Bernier, your whiskey sommelier, and today I'm going to mix up, I'm going to blend some whiskey with the J.P. Wiser's blending kit that I introduced you to. So I've got my 5 whiskeys that come in the kit, my 4 glasses set up, my tools, and we're going to make the 4 blends that they recommend on their website, the Treat Yourself, the Canadian Roots. So the Treat Yourself is dominantly wheat. Canadian Roots is going to be dominantly rye, and the traditional is dominantly barley, and then the last one, a Moment to Savour, this is the one I'm looking forward to, it's dominant port barrel finish. So definitely the 4 examples weight the whiskeys differently. So I'm going to get busy and start mixing, but the first step they tell you is, crack the tops, crack these open, and have a sniff. And right now I'm sniffing the rye, which is labeled spicy and complex, and you get that spice on the nose. The next one in my pile is the barley. Yeah, not as much on the nose, a little sweeter, a little bit more like those musty hay or straw. Now, another thing you can do if you're having trouble smelling stuff is put a little bit of whiskey in your palm and rub it together till it dissipates, put some heat in it. And again, I get more of that musty barn hay straw smell out of the barley. Ooh, port. Let's see what the port smells like. Yeah, that's different than the other 2. You definitely know there's a treatment on that one, so you get a little bit of the port. Now here's the wheat. Crack that baby. Yeah, this is not spicy, but it definitely has a different smell than both the rye and the barley. And then last we've got our base. Yeah, very little, very light on the nose, not very much to pick up from that, but that's why it's our base, is because we take that and then we're going to add components of this. And blending, master blenders work primarily by nose. They pour these out, let them sit, then they smell, and then they figure it out. The fun part is playing with the ratios, but like I said, I'm gonna choose Dr. Don's starting point, and I'm going to mix up the Treat Yourself, the Canadian Roots, and the traditional, and the Moment to Savour, and see how those 4 taste, and then we'll get into how those 4 come out and what you might want to mess around with in terms of playing with the blend. So a couple of things I did. I marked the graduated cylinder with a black magic marker because it makes it a little bit easier for me to see. I did the same to the beaker because the beaker is for the larger amounts, and I grabbed my funnel so that I could pour without making a big mess. And so the first thing I need is some base for the treat. So I'm going to go Treat Yourself, Canadian Roots, traditional, Moment to Savour, and I need to start with the base. On this one's 25. Which is basically the whole graduated cylinder up to the top. Alright, got it. Well, I'm a touch over 25, and I might need my base, so I'm going to be bad and do a pour back. Alright, here's my 25. In we go. Okay, so I've done blending the 4 recommended blends, or the 4 starting points. And the good news is still quite a bit of base left. Definitely enough port to work with. Rye, got lots left. Definitely the wheat and barley, we got lots to work with. So definitely got some room for experimentation after this, even though we've mixed up 400 milliliters of whiskey here in front of us, which 400 milliliters of whiskey is the equivalent of like a 375 ml bottle. So that's a good chunk of whiskey, and we got a lot left over. Like I said, this is a good deal and a lot of fun to play around with. So again, treat yourself. It's a little bit spicy on the nose. So we'll start off with treat yourself. And yeah, you can smell the wheat coming through on that one. Next is the Canadian roots, and this is mostly the rye. Yeah, not much on the nose. But immediately on the tongue and in the mouth, you can taste the rye. Get that little bit of dry and astringent. So that's definitely takes you in that traditional Canadian rye place. Next up is the traditional, which is pretty balanced and mostly on the barley. Nice nose, light nose, flowery. Oh, creamy, smooth, totally different mouthfeel than the Canadian roots. And last is the Moment To Savour, which is heavily on our port barrel. Sorry, my nose is a little bit overloaded from mixing the whiskeys right here in front of me and having this much open whiskey. So I'm not picking up the port notes on the nose. Oh, there they are. There's that nice sweet finish. So this is definitely the winner for the sweet, which is kind of what I figured that the Moment To Savour would be. Definitely a whiskey, but that port finish definitely adding that little bit of a sweet smile to it. So anyways, there's the 4 blends that you can do out of the box from JP Wiser's by going to the website. And hey, I had fun today putting these blends together. If you haven't done any blending, this is a great way. And last time I looked, the blending kit was on sale. So do some blending, enjoy yourself, give it a try. Let me know how it works out for you.